What do we think of that, huh? All right, Jimmy, what's happening?
Welcome to the 8 o'clock news. I'm your anchor, frankly, don't give a damn. Today's top story: after a long, disappointing summer, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 99, Trashers. My name is Jamal. I am one of the co-hosts. We have in the bullpen, we got Will the Thrill. We got Charismatic Kaisa and Tabby.
Yeah, hi, everybody.
All right,
how
kid,
funny,
buck up.
hold up. I'm sorry, Jim. Hold on. I'm coming right back to you. How funny is your background that you have word marks all over it? What does it say? Adobe stock? Yeah, it says Adobe. Stop stealing. Carry on.
That's all I got. And my dog.
All right.
That's a Saskatchewan.
yeah.
That's a Saskatchewan Uber.
I did a run.
I did a run. You did a run, or I did a run?
I didn't do nothing.
You better stop doing that.
Hi,
do my dinner run.
everyone.
Don't be touching my dinner run.
We
I got a shot for it. It's okay. It's
yeah,
clean.
you're right. Let me give you
As of today,
safe.
I am rash free.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous. We're obviously closing in on 100 because we've obviously lost our minds at this point. So I'm always doing something over here. I'm sorry. I got 19 things going. It is episode 99, and nope, not what I want to put up. 99, Wayne Gretzky. That's what it reminds me of. The hell is it? There it is. The great one. You know, I don't know. We don't talk about sports much on this show, and we shouldn't. It's not a sports show. But I theme every episode and make it fun, whatever. And this was easy. Wayne Gretzky. The goal you saw him score in the intro, that was the record-setting goal, 894, in the history of the NHL. And I thought it was apropos. I don't know if that's a word. I just like it. I thought it was apropos to bring Gretzky in and then explain real quick how Alex Ovechkin broke the record a few days ago. There's just some historical stuff in hockey. No big deal. Just a little fill. We got an hour to go here, so whatever. We are TVMA. We are a hot mess lately, but we're working on it. And tonight's topic is shame versus guilt. Yeah, you've heard it before. I've heard it before, but I need a refresher. It's always good to revisit this stuff. Other than that, let's get to our preamble so we can have a little fun. Yay!
This is our humble broadcast where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We do not do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the message that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show as living examples that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, our experience can benefit others. Not only is that the 9th step promise, it's our creed we abide by here on Talking Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA's principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away.
Please join us for a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Here is your Talkin' Trash starting lineup. Let's meet the team, shall we? Number 9 at forward, Tim Snyder. He's cool. I mean, kind of. Hailing from the Great White North is our host, Jimmy Leibel. Great team member. We love him to death, even though he's Canadian. It's a fact. Everything's bigger in Texas, and our girl Kaisa's recovery is gigantic. And then there's Willie Duggs. Will lives in a trailer. And we love him. All right. Let's get into it.
Yeah! Here we go now. 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 Here we go now.
All righty. That's our intro. Wow, we're obnoxious, aren't we? Let's meet our team from Talkin' Trash. First, we have on deck. Okay.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Jimmy wasn't here last week because he's a good person. I don't really remember what he did. But yeah, that's Jimmy. Oh, so look at this. We have this craze now. Everybody's a doll. Everybody's an action figure. So I said, let me get in on that action. Let's see what Timmy can do. Timmy's pretty good. Got to be honest. Can pat myself on the back a little bit.
Oh, those are all Jim dolls.
All Jim dolls. And I just did crazy lettering because the whole thing doesn't make sense. So why not have pencils spelling out his name?
Yeah.
There's Jim, Hiker Jim. You got Dr. Jim.
I'm a broken crayon. That's okay. I can still color.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
We'll find you a
After you
pencil
sharpen
sharpener
the crayons,
somewhere,
maybe.
right? My favorite one is Mechanic Jim, right in the middle there. He'll get his money back. If you owe him, he'll get it back. So that's Jim.
Yeah.
He is from Saskatchewan.
I'll fix your tranny already.
He's a
There you go.
good guy. We love him.
After he gives a leap job.
Jimmy's a staple on the show. Jim, show us that shirt. That is a hot looking shirt. Wow, that's my favorite one too. Yeah.
Ching, pa-chang.
Oh, wait, got both sides.
Pa-chang. Yeah, sweet. I don't know how I'm gonna watch this thing. Like I'm gonna have to wait till I die.
I
By
know
hand.
I know it. I'm clearly fat because I didn't fit into an XL shirt the other day. I was like, holy shit.
This is just a large.
I told you, Jim, I'm not responsible. I told you to get XLs.
No,
You said
but
no.
I think no. This is perfect.
All right. Looks great. Looks great on you. I love the cream.
Pachinga.
Oh, you stop it. I love the cream.
That's what she said.
I love. All right, forget. You're done with you. Jimmy's from Saskatchewan. He's 65 years old. He's in silver for 9 years. And his Hep C is almost cleared up. So there you go. That's Jimmy. No, we love our Jimmy.
And his Iditarod.
His Iditarod.
You did a run.
Yeah,
He's a
I had an
deserter.
Iditarod dog for years. I had one of those dogs for years. It bit my daughter, and I don't know. It is what it is.
Oh.
So let's get to the next people.
Yes.
Let's do it. This is the wrong slate. That's the problem. Guys, what a doozy! She might win. This
Check
whole
me.
thing.
She's a teacher.
She's camping.
Where's
Kaisa,
the
my
librarian
favorite.
at?
A construction worker.
Somewhere in
Look.
there.
A cop.
I'm a
Yeah,
look at the tresses. It must be
Yeah.
that nice hair product she's been using.
There's Nurse Kaisa.
And then that's a nurse. I thought she kind of looked like a zombie.
I mean,
And then what's
Nurse
this?
Kaisa kills patients.
A stethoscope.
Anyway,
She looks mean.
I know. Kaisa's 46 years old. She's 15 years sober. We're so happy to have her on the podcast. She's just a gem. She's from New Mexico. And she will not sponsor anybody. She doesn't like people. So that's Kaisa B, our sweet friend. Obviously, I'm being ridiculous. Kaisa is a staple on this podcast. So, and then we move on to a gentleman. His name is William. No, this is the music you're getting because I can't find yours.
Willie.
Oh no, it's me. Okay, I didn't know I was next.
A hairstylist.
Yep, hairstylist.
What kind of product you use?
I cannot work in the medical community because I will steal somebody's morphine. And then, my name is spelled out in parrots. That makes a whole lot of sense.
I like parrots.
I know. For the people listening, you're like, what is this show doing?
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, I'm 42. I've been sober 19 years, pushing 20 years tomorrow.
Hey.
I'm just blessed. I am blessed with this podcast. It helps keep me sober and keep me accountable. And we see a lot of stuff. We see a lot of stuff on this podcast. It is addiction.
Oh?
Excuse you, DMX. This is a family. This is a family show.
Yeah,
right?
he said something.
Family show.
Damn words. If I was still alive, I'd hit him up. That's it. We're a team here. And I got Willie Douggs. Oh boy, look at this. He's
He's
a
like Bob the
looking
Builder.
Yeah.
Bobby Builder type.
I got that dump truck.
Dumper Dumba.
Oh my God, you guys are animals. So he's also 42. He is very handsome. He's a ginger. When I went to make your AI thing, it put you down as a ginger. I think that's rude, isn't it? Call you a ginger?
Ginger snap.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right, I just thought it was. I don't know what I thought it was. So that's Willie D. He's over a year sober. He's a good friend of mine now. We became friends, and anybody who's my friend can be on the show. I don't really care anymore. But anyway, Billy B. He's a new friend of the show. He fit in fit like a glove last week. So we're happy to have our little network expanding. I think that's it. So let's shift gears and. I don't know. Let's talk about Will's aunt. She passed away the other day. She went home to be with the Lord on April 9th. She's from Winchester, Kentucky. She made her home in both Bainbridge, Georgia, and Tallahassee, Florida. She was loved by all. Cherry loved making crafts and talking to anybody and everybody. She loved dogs and sheltered quite a menagerie over the years. Cherry's spirit lives on. And the many lives she's touched, she will be missed by all, including Will. Will, how is the whole thing down there?
It was good. I mean, it was kind of like a little family reunion, Since I'm not allowed to just run out of state whenever I want to, I had to have special permission. So it was good. It was good to see everybody. I mean, it was a short trip because we went straight down and came right back in the same day. So
yeah.
But it was nice. It was nice and hot.
Yeah, that's some of Will's family. Will in shorts. Look at Will in shorts. My goodness,
I've gotten fat.
That is not bad. Fat is good. Fat means you're healthy.
I know, right?
But my advice would be easy does it. You know what I mean? So
right.
I have a whole bunch. If anybody needs an NA poster or AA poster rather, or signs or whatever, I take things to the extreme. I tend to. And we're not an AA podcast. We're really not. I love AA. I do personally love the fellowship, the people in there. But there's been AA rooms I've gone to where I'm like, nope, not happening. So it's all about the camaraderie. And I moved down to Georgia and found the greatest AA meeting I've ever found 3 nights a week. I think about it, and it may be the reason I was brought down here. I don't know. I can't figure anything out in this point in life, but I don't know. They were. It was a miracle. I mean, it really was.
It's a miracle. Oh, this is welcome to the miracle.
That's that. So I listen. If you want recovery, you keep your ears shut and your eyes shut and your mouth shut and your ears open. Um, I got every anatomy part.
And can't throw up.
So if you need recovery, it's out there. Go find something. I mean, I was lucky. I am blessed to be where I'm at right now at this time of my life. I'm supposed to be here, and that's a comforting thing. And my crew is awesome down there. I got a lot of people who watch the show. I don't advertise it, but somehow everybody knows about it. And I'm gonna grab my vape. Hold on a second. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So let me think what else we got going on here. All our guests on the show, we have a little campaign here going. Will be finding themselves with a Talking Trash shirt in their mailbox. Just give me your address, and I won't do anything creepy. So you the shirt, there it is.
He'll hand deliver it.
Generic shirts, but yeah. So
Set the place on fire.
there's the squadron. Wow, that was a 15-minute intro. What are you gonna do? We're having fun.
We're doing good. We're on
So
time.
let's go. Let's do this thing where we go around the horn and see how everybody's doing. All right, Will. Missing a spot here. Hi, Will. How are you?
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Just getting back, I guess, acclimated, you want to say? Maybe I should say. I mean,
Yep.
I went to the funeral on Sunday and came back, and I think I got food poisoning on the way back.
Yeah, I was worried about you. See,
And
I
let me
keep my
tell
tabs
you-
with my friends.
And let me tell you, it was, like I didn't get. I mean, I don't get sick that much, and it
Yeah.
was just like, like nauseous, and then like, yeah. I mean, it was just, I had no energy also, but I'm good now. But
Yeah,
out
that's good
doing
news,
yards
no energy.
today and stuff, so
Yeah, good. Sweat it out of your system.
that's what I say.
Well, that's what's happening. Sunday is our 100th episode. No, not you.
Yeah.
Isabella will be joining us, and then probably running away because we're going to be out of our minds, I'm sure. Hitting the century mark. Isabella will be on 9 o'clock Sunday. Same thing every day. Yeah, we're doing good here. We're enjoying ourselves. We we hit hurdles. We hit I don't know, obstacles or whatever, but we kind of get through it as a team, which is important. I've Manny, real quick. I just made him a new intro, so he should be happy. Not breaking any copyright laws, so there's that. But yeah, we got a fun thing going here. Tonight we are going to talk about shame versus guilt. Not that we're experts, but it's a thing. A lot of people in recovery and addiction don't know if they're bad or if they're doing bad, and that's a big thing. So before we get into that, let's get into some daily refractions. I don't have a slate for this today because my cat
That's
ran
okay.
away, but
Oh.
he's got it, and I may have to do the daily or whatever. So there you go, daily reflections.
All right, kids, sit her down. All right, so for April 16th, anger, a dubious luxury. If we live, we had to be free of anger. The grouch and the brainstorm were not for us. They may be the dubious luxury of normal men, but for alcoholics, these things are poison. And that comes from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 66. Dubious luxury, how often have I remembered those words? It's not just an anger that's best left to non-alcoholics. I build a list including justifiable resentment, self-pity, judgmentalization, self-righteousness, false pride, and false humility. I'm always surprised to read the actual quote. So well have the principles of the program been drummed into me that I keep thinking that all of these defects are listed too. Thank God I can't afford them, or surely I would indulge in them. There endeth the lesson, kids. That's a good
Very nice.
Thank you, Jim.
Very
Thank you.
good.
Anger,
Good job.
anger.
My goodness, you're bringing the heat tonight. A dubious luxury, without a doubt. Anger. I'll speak for myself. I'll speak real quick before we go around. I am a hothead, right? It's got me into so much trouble over the years, and
Thank you.
lately, I don't know. I've done the opposite of what Tim would do, which is everything in the world right now, and it's been rewarding. It's been good. So like I'm trying to be a better human being, and I fall short a lot. But the difference is I catch myself now, and I move on from it. So Let's check in with the lady we haven't heard much from.
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas.
I love that intro.
I love it too.
That's awesome.
It's a
So
miracle.
I'm doing well. I had a very interesting thing happen yesterday at work as I'm looking out the window, and there was a road rage thing going on, and then the one guy pulled out a gun and shot. And
But
I'm like, wow, right in front of my window, right in front of my face. Pew pew. Yeah, pew. I was like, that's a gunshot. Yeah, and I could. Yeah, it was crazy because they chased each other. He went down one side of the guy's car, so the guy that got hit chased him, and they came back around, and then they're like right in front of my office, and the guy that got hit opened up the door, tried to get the guy to get out, and the guy jumped the median, and when he opened the door, he hit the door went back this way, the airbags exploded, and then the guy pulled his gun out and shot at him.
Oh my God. I have never seen a road rage incident that bad.
Yeah, I've seen crazy driving and stuff. I've seen a couple people like yelling at each other, but the first time someone's pulled a gun out, I mean, and right in front of me, I'm like, oh dear God,
that's crazy. You never know. Never know.
And then he pulled in our driveway.
Oh wait,
but
wait. That was the guy that I'm confused on who did what. The guy
that shot. Okay, the guy that did the road raging drove off, but the guy that got hit is also the one who shot at the guy that ran into him twice.
Gotcha.
And almost freaking killed him because he opened up his door and was going to get out, but he didn't. And then the guy jumped the median and just freaking took out that side of his car. Both sides of his car were just completely jacked.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I have the picture, but I can't seem to pull it up.
Yeah, and he ends up pulling in our driveway, which always seems to happen. So we all go out there and talk to him. What else do you do? Make friends with the guy.
Right.
He was nice.
God,
he was banged up a little bit, from being hit.
I'm
like
almost
his face was cut.
Almost to the point where sharing the screen is going to be irrelevant. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. The guys, I honestly have never seen anything quite like this. And I'd love to show it to you, but StreamYard doesn't really work right. So there you have it. There's all our personal texts while we're at it. There's the car. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You can't see it when I blow it up. So there's the car. I'm gonna get rid of my personal text messages now.
Yeah.
Black screen, that's good. Yeah, that's wild. I've seen some shit, I saw somebody, this is not related, this is not road rage. I just popped in my head earlier today and I forgot it had happened. When I was working for DHL, a package company, I'm sitting at a light and I'm literally looking at the CVS and I watch a Ford Explorer drive into the front of the CVS. So like, it's one of those things where like I'm always on the scene where something messed up happens. So yeah, that's crazy, Kai. I'm glad you're okay. And I don't know, maybe bulletproof vest or something going forward. Maybe
yeah, right.
Measures. Yeah, I guess so. Jim, what is going on in Canada? I feel like there's going to be a problem.
Don't look at me, man. We're nice and docile here in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're finding body bags with people in it. Sure.
Well, okay. And apparently he had been there for a while, so this was obviously a gang hit. But he had been missing since November, and they just found him on Sunday. So he was a little bloated.
I'll bet.
The creek actually just burst its banks yesterday.
Oh my God!
So
I have a call from Adobe. Oh, we're getting sued. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate that. Look at his back. Look when he clears up. Look at his background. It says Adobe stuff. Jim, I'm a graphic designer.
It's free.
It's free with a watermark on it. Listen, I'm a graphic designer. Where?
Oh,
over here, Jim.
Oh my God.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Jim, I'm a graphic designer. You know what I mean? You could just ask me for a background. But yeah, it's just fine.
Well, I was going to put a teepee. We'll put a teepee next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, I went to the doctor. The Indian went to the doctor. He said, "Why am I so aggravated?" The doctor says you're too tense. No, I think it's both that.
Oh,
I think I said the joke
it's like
wrong.
two
No, yeah, you
teepees.
did. No,
So,
I have a dream. I'm a wigmon and a 10.
hmm
And then one night I'm a
that's
wigmon,
it.
the next time I'm a 10. He goes, ah, you're just too cute.
That's it. God damn it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So yeah, I do like these though. I'll tell you what, this is
I do
all
Those are
too.
about.
fun.
I am all
I
about
okay,
that. Clean time has them. It's a good time. Um,
okay.
so let's. I mean, actually, let's watch me get beat up. This is from 2000. This is a high school game I was in. I didn't. Number 9 was already taken. I was a freshman. But yeah, number 21 doesn't do too great. I would say it's like a 30-70 fight. It wasn't like a kicked ass fight. But I got a few shots in there, but we'll see how. All right. Ugh. Ah, he got me. Here's what I don't like. He gets up and he does the dust off like I'm no big deal. Ready? Here it is. Yeah, dust off my hands all of a sudden. What a dick. So, so fun story short, we went again in the third period. I don't have that on tape, but I kicked the shit out of him in the third period because he had me pissed off. You don't do that. You just don't dust off somebody like I'm a nobody. Oh, I got a few shots in there. It's not like you fucking kicked the shit out of me. Anyway, just going with our hockey theme. That came out a couple weeks ago. I found that. So yeah, so let's do recovery stuff. 26 minutes into the show. Shame versus guilt, right? I'm just gonna read a couple of things and then we'll have a discussion about it. We have this is just me writing shit down. I'm reading off a notepad. We have the privilege of being in recovery, which likely means we've seen death firsthand, and we want to know why we didn't die when so many better people have. Who do we have to thank? Why were we spared and still here? How do we get this second, third, and 10th chance at this thing? Um, and number 4, some of us appreciate life more having faced death, but this is where our topic of shame and guilt comes in. The slogans, the nomenclature, the wise sayings that you hear when you first come to the program of AA or even this podcast, you can find yourself rolling your eyes and taking a deep sigh. But the longer you're around, the jargon starts to ring true. So this whole guilt and shame thing, people will say they made it up when they were just parroting something clever they heard 20 times, and it's like the definition of insanity. People love that one too. So I mean, I can sum it up pretty easily. Uh, Guilt means you did something bad. Shame means you are bad. And if you can't differentiate the two, you can't fix what's wrong. You know what I mean? So, like, I think it's a really important thing that we address because early in recovery, you don't know what the hell is going on. So,
Hmm.
am I a bad person or did I do a bad thing? You don't know. You're all over the place. And we have a lot of people in early recovery watching the show looking for answers. And this is a big one. You can fix guilt, you can't fix shame, and shame is usually not there. It's just guilt misinterpreted. So let's go around the team and see what do you all think about guilt and shame. Take it over, boys and girls.
Who's going first?
You
Anybody,
go,
just
Jim.
talk.
Anybody? Okay, well, of course.
Jim.
I printed some
Uh,
stuff off. Go
Of
for
course
it.
you
Age before
did.
beauty.
yeah,
Age
of course
before
you did.
Okay,
beauty.
so let's start with shame. Of course, this is what I've just pulled off the page. Shame is defined as a highly unpleasant, self-conscious emotion arising from the sense of there being something dishonorable, immodest, or incorrigible on one's own context or circumstances. It's typically characterized by withdrawn from society.
Yeah.
Okay,
Elaborate on that.
it's self-conscious emotion. Okay, so when my wife went to recovery, they actually the last day they were there, they put you in the middle of the circle, and they had it was called the shaming chair, and you had everybody that was in
I've
shaming
heard
you.
of that.
Yeah, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So when
Yeah,
I went to
come
recovery,
on,
and they
people.
sit there and say,
Easy does it.
yeah, and it's like you're just a piece of shit. You're gonna relapse, all this stuff, and it's like that is gonna be encouraging when you're just coming out of recovery.
Yep.
They don't do it anymore, but I was shocked when I first started when she came out. I'm like, holy crap.
Hmm.
And guilt is a self-conscious emotion characterized by painful appraisal of having done something or thought
Like
something wrong.
stealing Adobe stock photos. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they both kind of go hand in hand. Like they're two words that are
Yep.
interchangeable.
Yep.
They both describe negative self-conscious emotions that have a significant impact on how we view ourselves. And that's the thing. Like our self-esteem is just in the shitter.
Yeah.
And when we do something bad, we feel guilty. Like I
Yeah.
spilled the milk or I crashed my car. Yeah, you feel guilty. But shame, like, yeah, you stole $10,000 out of the company, out of the church's fund, right? And then you get caught.
Yeah.
When you get and somebody wraps you on the wrist.
Yeah.
But when you're in early recovery, those two are just weighing you down. And I heard this phrase the other day. I rid myself of that burden, which I thought was really kind of deep for me.
That's
But
kind of profound. Yeah.
yeah, well, I step in puddles deeper. But well, you really have to just take an honest look. Like, hey, even when you're doing your step 4, you have to take in that you're not a bad person. It was your addiction driving the bus,
So let me
and
ask you,
you don't realize that.
can you do something you're ashamed of? Is that a different thing?
Of course.
Okay. So
Could I? Or
no, just in
I
general, like we're saying, guilt is something you do bad. Shame is something I don't know. It's you think you are bad, you know. But can that can you do something tangible that you're shameful of, and what would be an explanation of that, or an example?
I guess the moral emotion part of it, like you feel guilty when you do something,
Hmm.
and it's that, oh, I knew that was wrong, but I did it anyway. It's like, oh, well, hey, I found this money, and I know it was somebody else's, but I put it in my pocket, right?
Right.
But do you feel guilty about it? I would.
Yeah.
In the past, when I was actively drinking,
Couldn't care less.
I'd be looking for more. I'd be like,
Yep.
oh, well, there's got to be spare
Couldn't.
change here somewhere. I'll be flipping open the couch looking for some.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Kaisa, who didn't steal her background, how do you, how did you actually? This is my question. In early recovery, what did you do to differentiate the two? You don't have to label it, but as you work through things, you realize this is this and that's that, and I feel better about knowing what's what. But in early recovery, how did you, or did you, differentiate between guilt and shame?
Well, I don't, of course I felt guilty because I did horrible things.
Hmm.
Then that made me, and I was ashamed of what I had done. But when it came to doing the 4-step, when I got to write all this horrible stuff down, what everybody did to me, but then what was my part, and that's where the guilty stuff came out, right? But
Yeah.
the shame too. But then we also got to write about our good parts, and working through that, I got rid of those shameful feelings that I had about myself, what a horrible person I was, and I was stupid, and just all kinds of other shit. I was able to get rid of those. you know
What about
and
did the 4th step ever make did you find that clarity when you did the 4th step?
absolutely,
Yeah. I mean, that's a
absolutely.
rhetorical question, but I want people to know that it's important. Because that if you don't self-identify what's what, you're going to live confused. What's
Right.
what? You
I
know?
mean, they say honest and thorough. And, my sponsor that took me through the steps, thank God for her. She was a retired school teacher. And she's exactly what I needed because, she started to tell me about her stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, girl, but, she wasn't ashamed to tell me
No,
of the things she did. And because she opened up to me, I let my shit go,
that's how
which
good.
is absolutely what I needed to do and not hold
Mm-hmm.
on to it.
Yep.
And then also place things where they needed to be, like, I felt ashamed for things that I had no reason to feel ashamed of because it was
Right.
somebody else trying to make me feel like that.
Yep.
Yep.
You hear that
So,
all the time: fat shaming, hate,
Yep.
gender
And that's
shame,
yeah,
whatever.
absolutely. Yep.
And that's a new term. I don't remember hearing that until recently. But yeah, I mean, we got to know the difference, where we're not going to be able to address it when it needs to be addressed. So, Will, I'd like to hear your thoughts on guilt and shame being.
Well,
Yep.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Yeah.
I know, I was gonna say, well, for me, like, you got to realize that, like, the way I was raised and brought up, my shame meter was like so messed up
Mm,
because what I thought I should be ashamed of.
Right.
When I finally figured out my life, who I was in
Yep.
life, and everything about me, then I could recalculate and readjust. So when I figured that out, then the shame went away. I didn't have shame for what I was doing, but guilt, yeah. I mean, when I got into active addiction, I would feel guilty. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, did I feel shame about it? No. I mean, because
Mhm.
in my mind, being an addict, you're sick. Does it give you
Yeah.
a reason to do it? No, but I still felt guilty about it.
Yeah.
But the shame part, as soon as I figured out who I was in this life and who I
Yeah.
am, then
Mhm.
that was kicked to the wayside. But prior to that, and I'm not saying that had anything to do with my addiction, but you got to realize is that I was ashamed. When you feel ashamed, then you feel guilty because you're
Mhm.
thinking you're doing something you're not supposed to, but then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I was told something that was so not even true.
Right. Exactly.
So
And I think what you're talking about is self-awareness, right? It's like,
yeah,
but you can't like I imagine homosexuals struggle with it. I imagine people who are they're made to feel bad, they're body shamed or whatever.
yeah,
um you know People that don't have their self-awareness, they'll identify with being shamed, like, oh, I am that. You're not that. You're what they say you are. They're assholes, you know what I mean? So, like,
Yep.
there's a huge difference between guilt and shame, especially in early recovery, because nobody knows what's what. You know what I mean? Like, I know I didn't, and I was shamed that I'm defective,
Mm.
and I'm not. I've Yeah, I am to a degree. Like, my chemicals aren't right, whatever. But there's millions of people like that.
Well, we
So
have those parts. I mean, we have our good parts, we have our defective parts, and that's what makes us whole.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's
And
identifying what? It's identifying those parts, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Kaisa, let me ask you something. Being half Swedish, half black,
Mm.
half in the middle of Nebraska or wherever the fuck, like, what what are I'm not going to say did you have struggles. I'm going to ask what your struggles were, because I know they had to have been there. Who am I? What am I doing in this world? Like Will was just saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I was a little kid, my brother and I, we had these afros, right?
Mm,
And we because of being half black and half white, we tan very nicely. So here's my mom, blonde, and here's two little banshee children with the afros, and people used to freak out.
yeah,
People, and I remember, people saying, "Oh, we don't want those little dark kids coming over here." You
yeah.
know,
Dark. That's nice.
yeah,
Nice.
dark. But and I've been called the N word
Ugh,
multitudes of times. I've,
yeah.
I'm like, well, come on, let's go. I mean, I'm
Let's
like
have at
willing
it.
to fight people
Yeah.
because they said that to me. But I felt ashamed of being what I was, because I was
Mhm.
different from everybody else. Because when I grew up in Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, back in the early '70s and stuff. It was a different time. They
Yeah.
weren't used to seeing. I mean, there were black people that lived
Mhm.
over on that side of town,
Yeah.
and then everybody else lived over there. And then here's my brother and I running around,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I really didn't. And then my name was Kaisa, and nobody could
Mm.
ever freaking say it,
Yeah, of course not. I
and
know.
I hated that. I wanted my name to be Mary, you know, seriously. And I was always pissed about I could never get one of those little license plates with my name on it. And every single time I'd look in the gas station or wherever we were at, the Howard Johnsons, never.
I can take care of you, Kai. I'll send you one.
Hey, I
I'll
got
get
Got,
one.
personalized license plates on my
got,
truck.
Do you really? What do they say?
It says Kaisa
got,
B,
got,
baby.
Shut the fuck up! Really?
Yeah.
seriously,
That's
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I sent him a picture. Yeah, Kaisa B.
on a big
yeah.
250.
See how
Yeah,
they're
my
afraid to send me
super
stuff
duty.
because it's gonna show up on the show without
HSD.
the. That's crazy. I
Yeah,
bet. Do you
but
have
then
a?
I'll tell you. So finally, and I found my group of people, and that's when we all started getting crazy, doing the drugs and everything. But then, um, once I did work the steps, and I was able to, get rid of my shame. You know, now I love myself. So I'm like, hey, I realize not everybody in the whole wide world wants to hang out with me or thinks I'm great or whatever. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I love me for all of us.
Absolutely.
And I'm good.
A bloomer.
I'm good.
That's
I'm
a
happy. Shit.
that's a great way to put it. Like some people are stronger than others too. Some people are just built stronger than others. People are like Jim says, Teflon Don. It's like some people can bounce back easily. Some people it takes a minute. So yeah, I get it. It's
And trust me, this just didn't come overnight. I mean,
mm-mm.
this is a process
Yeah.
to love yourself, to get rid
Mhm.
of shame and guilt. It's a process. But
Yeah.
you know what? You do it. You do it every day,
Yeah.
and little by slow, things change. And then all of a sudden one day you're like, "Oh wow, I reacted to this situation differently than I had before." Wow,
Yep.
before I'd have got pissed off and took off my earrings to go fight somebody.
Is that what you do as girls? You take your earrings off?
Yeah, you take your earrings
Yeah.
off
Hold on.
and tie your hair up because they've been grabbing your
Your ass.
hair.
Kick
Take
your
the
ass.
shoes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, smack them in the head. No,
But
no.
Yeah.
my wife gouged my eyes out once. So
Yeah,
there's
you
that.
said that.
I don't know how to handle that. If somebody's got an arm free, what do you do? I can't. I'm holding, whatever. So like it is. It's I don't like when I got into fights. I would take my glasses off, and that's how you knew what was going on. But then I realized as the fight started, I couldn't see anything, so I didn't win. I didn't win those fights. So I'm not a big guy. Will's the only one that's ever seen me. I'm like 5'8", 200 pounds. But I can wrestle with them. There's some scars on the knucks. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, let's thank some of our supporters because I'd be remiss if we didn't. So let's see here. Which is that on? Oh, wait a second. I actually did lose it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, we want to thank our boy Ronnie J.
Running.
Mike
Ronnie.
Oxley. Let's
Mike
put a
Oxley.
little music behind this.
Yeah.
See why not? We're grown men. I mean, women and men. We can play music if
We're
we want
grown men.
to.
We're grown men.
I don't know what I want to play.
Village people. How about we family? Close enough.
Episode 100. This song's not long enough. Ronnie J, Mike Oxley, Nikki Z, he'll be on in a couple of weeks. Lauren Emmett, we love her. Elizabeth McKeon, Manny Vitale, he'll be back on the show in. He's going to be on. Hold on, May. Am I looking at the right thing? Yeah, he'll be here May 25th, coming back in. So that's fun. Tyler Brandon, haven't heard from him. Billy Barefoot, that's his real last name. I didn't know that.
Really?
I thought it was
Is he First Nations?
Maybe
That would be
that is a First Nations name. You're right.
Steak name. No chicken.
It'd be like
Well, he's great.
Twin Peaks or something.
Yeah, exactly. Billy's great. He just kind of fits right in, knows how to talk, knows his thing. So we're happy to have him in the mix going forward, and that's how we work. We find somebody we love, and we love them. Elizabeth Jennings, she'll be on Sunday. Phyllis Claver, she will be on Mother's Day. How about that?
Oh, that's nice.
That's a great fit.
Me and her figured that out. That's awesome. She was going to do the week after. I'm like, isn't? Yeah. So it's great. We love having Phyllis because she has so much love to share. Because she. It's hard. It's really hard. So to hear her story, it is fresh, and not many people are willing to go out there and put themselves out there. So, yeah, thank you, Phyllis. We look to seeing you soon. She calls me on FaceTime. We just talk. I don't know. Tommy Wilkes, Will passed away. Oh
No.
what was that all about?
Really? Blink twice.
Tommy Wilkes.
What?
It was his birthday the other day, and he didn't respond to my text. He said, "Happy birthday." Garrett Mentuck, good friend. Lee Bembry, hot mess. Tina Corrado. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Tina C. My bad. Vicky and Tim, my parents.
Hi, Vicky.
And Lloyd Brown, Chuck Hoover, and Jimmy Jacobou. So that's our supporters, and we're very grateful for them because we wouldn't be anywhere without them. And yes, I get it. We're moving on up. Enough.
Yeah.
And you guys as daughters, Tim and Jim's daughters.
Yeah, our daughters.
Without a doubt, yeah. I was thinking more like people are interacting with the show.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
but
they
they're,
call you, they text
they're
you when you're on the show. So
absolutely right. Yeah. So we are
There's a
blessed.
multitude. We
Yeah.
really are. And that's when you're in active addiction, you don't give a shit about any of those people who truly love you, are part of that chaos, and
Mhm.
witness the suffering firsthand,
Yeah.
right? And we were saying previously about insanity, the true definitions of trying the same thing, expecting a different result.
I love
I
this.
heard,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
insanity, when you're in active addiction, insanity is expecting that result because that's what you're doing it for. You know exactly what you're doing, and that's where you're going. You've already got your line, your lane's already set, and you DOC and off to the races you go.
Yep.
and
And
that's why we sat
but
in the
that's
parking lot for 4 hours waiting for the dope man to,
He'll be there in
because
5 minutes. Just give him 5 minutes. He'll be right there.
right.
no, yeah,
Then you're waiting.
outside the
You're
LB,
waiting.
just waiting for it to
Exactly.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it works.
I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And it's
Yeah.
funny how Kaitsa was saying previously about, well, the whole guilt and shame thing. And yeah, it does tie into the steps. And a lot of my sponsees, like those first 3 steps, and one of my sponsees says, there's a lot of guilt and shame here. And I'm like,
Mm.
yeah. And it explains why I called it the AA wall. So be one step, 1, 2, 3, drink, 1, 2, 3, drink, 1, 2, 3, drink,
I
one,
like
two,
it.
three. And that's all I did because I was scared shitless of step
Hmm.
4 because
Yep.
I had to like open up, and it's like, well, I'll just do 1, 2, 3, drink 1, 2, and I called it the waltz.
Yeah.
And I did that for 20 years.
And that's also what I've experienced with people that have asked me to sponsor them. We get, 1, 2, 3, and then I don't hear from
Mhm.
them,
Yep.
Adios.
and more often than not, that's exactly the way it goes. And I
Yeah.
haven't had anybody ask me to sponsor them in a while, but I'm available.
Oh, I didn't
Every
mean that for real. I was just joking. I had no idea whether you sponsor people or not. I was just being a dick.
Oh,
I'm
no, no,
sorry.
no, no, no. I know you're joking, but yeah, I
Okay.
do. I do.
Yeah.
No, I know. I was just messing around. But you're a great sponsor. I'd have you as my sponsor. What is Will missing? I didn't do the cameras before the
I'm
show.
right here.
Will,
I mean,
Over
you're
here.
alive, but are you?
we got
He's Will.
Gretzky on here.
Are
He's
you
got Will Gretzky.
Will
He's
Gretzky?
got good hair.
Wayne
He
Everybody
had
does
got
have
that
good
oh,
though.
hair.
Wayne
He's
had
got
hockey hair,
good
boy. I'll tell
product.
you what. He had.
Uh-huh.
I saw him play. I saw the Flyers and Kings play. No, I saw no Flyers and Kings. Yeah. Yeah, Gretzky, and I saw Michael Jordan put up 54 points at the Spectrum. So yeah, I've seen it all. I'm well
I saw him
cultured.
as an Oiler back in '83, man.
Did you really? Well, you
Yes, at
win.
the old Coliseum. There you go. And like I
You
was saying
win.
before, an old friend of mine, she dated, who the hell was the other guy? I
Marty
sent you pictures.
Marty
Uh,
McSorley.
no, not McSorley and not,
He's always the
who
other
was the other
guy.
guy, the Oilers? What the hell was his name?
I can rattle off
Him.
40 of them.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Messier.
Messier. She dated Messier for a while.
Did
She was
she?
wearing that game jersey. Yes, I sent you
Oh
that picture.
shit! I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You did text me that. I listen. Everybody that texts me and Facebook Messenger and all that stuff. I am no good because I got a lot going on. So yeah. I listen. Recently, for me, I've had my own spell of like possible resentments. Just not. I looked at situations like what would Tim do because Tim doesn't do things right. So like I looked at the situations and I was like, you know what, go against your instincts for once, you selfish douche. And hold on a second, there it is, team with media.
There we go.
Hey,
Finally
peekaboo.
acknowledge it took a lot of hurt, a lot of pain to acknowledge that I'm defective in certain areas. So like, instead of blowing up, which is the easy thing to do, what I realized that's why I do it. I did the opposite, and I showed love, and I showed like nothing ever happened, and that was so much better than starting shit. Because like that's what I do. I start shit. That's my mo. But here, 2 years in, I'm thinking things a little differently. So
You're human, Tim.
yeah,
You're human.
I know.
Everybody has, it's a base or primal instinct.
Yeah.
Rawr.
It's just
Right, but I mean, if you could grow and learn to change those, knee-jerk reactions,
mhm.
then you find an inner peace that is awesome.
Absolutely right.
I mean, I still got to work on, not road rage because I don't, but I will scream at somebody
Hell yeah.
when I'm driving.
run
I
them
scream
over.
and then I'm like, oh my God, no.
Yeah,
Pulls out
maybe.
a pew
I don't
pew.
want to cause
Pew, pew.
bodily harm to anyone, not unless
Yeah.
they're physically hurting somebody I love, or even a stranger, I'd do something.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever.
Catch me outside.
I would pick fights with the biggest guy in there and get my ass handed to me. And I
Come
thought that was
on.
cool. I thought that was super cool. Hey, I got the shit kicked out of me last night. Aren't I cool? The things we tell each other, ourselves. Sunday is Easter. Oops, I put
I
Thanksgiving.
want a picture on a bunny.
I just
Bunny.
bunnies. I'll make one for Sunday. I just I was
Yeah.
making shirts, and it's Timmy scary.
Timmy's got a donut shirt.
I know.
On he's riding a bunny.
I like a bunny.
You get to
One,
have all the fun.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunnies. 6 bunnies for
red-eyed.
Sunday.
They're all strung out.
She's a funny bunny.
They're all
Yep.
strung out.
Yeah, they're all wasted.
They're all wasted bunnies.
Yep, they're meth bunnies.
Meth bunny.
Yep. So there you have it, episode 100. I will be working on that nonstop from Thursday to Sunday. So I want it to be a special thing because we all made this work.
Happy Thanksgiving. Oh,
I was a joke, obviously, because I'm on a bunch of bunnies.
He's on a rabbit. Yeah.
Well, you making jokes, Jim. Figure it out.
Did you call me a rabbit?
Hey, easy. Take it easy. So yeah, so it's Thanksgiving. I think Jesus was born or something. I don't really know,
I
but
saw a shadow 6 weeks before the Christmas.
right, yeah, his name is Pugsatawny Jesus.
Yeah.
So like it's
We're all going to hell.
I'm going to hell anyway. So it's
Mazel tov,
yeah.
whatever.
If there's a heaven, I'm definitely not allowed in. So it's just one of those things where I have to step back and just chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Everybody takes himself so seriously and abides by. I guess we're all lemmings to a degree. We hook onto something and we're just that's what we are and who we are. And that goes with the guilt and shame thing. We gotta we're not bad. Like was Jeffrey Dahmer bad? Like I don't know, I'm not, but like are there bad people? Hitler? Yeah, I guess he was
He
bad.
said he was a very nice guy.
Hitler, yeah, I'm sure he's cool. He was on meth and
Until.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. So it's just it's crazy how it is out there. All right, I got a couple of things just to mix her up here. This is what I do on my lunch break at UPS. What a shot! So there's that. I'm a terrible employee. We already knew that.
How old were you?
Let's say. Oh, I didn't have a beer. That's why I looked at 12.
11.
Probably 34 or something. Like
Wow,
150.
you look like a baby.
I know, 150
babs.
pounds soaking wet. I was just a life of getting some and then not having some and getting some and not having some. It was exhausting. My lunch money went to drugs. You know what I mean? So I never ate. My wife couldn't cook for the life of her. So like, it's just I was always self-conscious about being skinny. Like I'd go to weddings and I'd put like 3 pairs of pants on. Like maybe I won't look skinny. Like that's crazy. That's insanity. But like now I'm just.
Sounds like it'd be really hot.
It was I would suck it up. I'd put on fleece pajamas and then throw cargo pants over there and be like, "Does my ass look normal now? Am I not skinny as shit?" So like, yeah, that's a scary thing. It was very it was real. Like I just remember just constant self-consciousness, and I deliver 200 subs a day, carrying thousands of pounds every day, and I was skinny. So anyway, what else? Let's do clean time because it's been a hot minute. It is clean time.
Here we go.
What is clean time, you ask? Well, glad you asked because I'm going to tell you. Clean time is the amount of days or years that you've been clean and sober. We're a family here on T-Dubs, so let's get into our clean time segment. Dysa?
All right, Ricky DeMarco, 34 days. Go, Ricky. Go, Ricky. Anthony Seals, 47 days. Go, Anthony. Keep coming back.
Boy, eh?
Michelle D, 50 days. Go, Michelle. Sierra, 51 days. Go, girl. Carol P will say 55 days. Go, Carol. Alexander, 58 days.
Mamma mia.
Mitch Cullum, 68 days.
Good job, Mitch.
Ella Shaker, 69 days.
Ella.
Nancy D, 79 days.
Goodness gracious.
LaRonda Shirley,
La
91
Ronda.
days.
Good job.
Corbin T. Johnson, 100 days.
On it.
James T. Kirk, 104 days.
Beam me up, Scottish.
Beam me up.
Mark B, 106 days. Go, Mark.
Holy mackerel.
Misty Hayes, she's got 182 days. Go, Misty.
Amazing. Good
Deborah
job.
H, 126 days.
Woohoo.
Daisy McLean, 137 days.
Heavens to Betsy.
Jeanette Alra, 139 days.
Holy
James Cobb,
moly.
151 days.
Good job, Dave.
Dustin Wells, 156 days.
Good job.
Terry Dixon, 172 days.
TD. Touchdown.
Timothy F, 175 days.
Yay.
Jason D, 191 days.
JD.
Bridget Chiati,
Yeah.
193 days. Go girl. KW, he's got 201 days. Haley McDermott, 207 days.
Golly. Good
Skylar
job.
S, 209 days. Go girl.
Hot dog.
David McDowell, 214 days. Valencia K, 15 days. Excuse me, girl. Vanessa M, 238 days. And
Good job.
Monty, 245 days.
Good job.
Alice Retrieve, 250 days.
Oh my goodness.
Destiny J, 250
That's
days.
Destiny. Good job.
Daniel G, 262 days.
Coming back, buddy.
Michaela Booker, 274 days. You go, Michaela. David D, 288 days. That would be AJ Hamilton in the house, 291 days.
Yeah,
Oh my
his is
God,
a
it's
Disney
Steve
cracker.
McElroy,
Hey.
14 days.
Put a shirt on.
Boy, oh boy.
323 days. Maria Escalada, 330 days. Go girl. Jen Magner, 337 days.
Ah.
Jared Black, 338 days. Kissy Mandy Jane, 392 days. Go girl. Jamie Michelle, 399 days. You go girl. Deshaun Booker, 404 days. Go Deshaun.
Oh,
And there's Desiree Murphy, Hong Kong, 421 days. Oh my God, Katie Gibbs, 472 days. Colby J, 525 days.
Look at this.
Oh, look at Will, he's a cop, 529 days. Oh, we got Ronnie J, 539 days, almost 18 months. 655 days on that Jimmy Apple. You got
Check him,
3 years.
Hot to Diddy.
Amelia Quattro, 3 years.
Good job. Yeah.
April Pritchard, 3 years. Jeffrey S, 3 years. Tyler Brandon, 4 years.
Good job, buddy.
And that is Stella Montez, 4 years. You go, girl.
Keep going.
Oh my God, look at Billy Barefoot. He looks like a serial killer. 4 years, sorry.
Real name.
Danny Vitale, 5 years.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy
Oh,
meatball.
that's Kaisa. And I've got 1,955 days.
Atta girl, Kay.
Simon Cross, 6 years. You go, Simon. Go
Good
ahead.
job.
There's our girl, Tina C. Love ya. 8 years.
Wow.
Nick D'Angelo, 8 years. We have real K with 13 years. And Ryan K with 26
But of my
years. Back-to-back
business.
nights and weekends included.
Good job.
Robert,
Robert.
9 days. Robert, you coming back, brother. Stephen P, 11 days. Come on, Stephen. Come
Come
on.
on now.
Bring it on.
Oh, Lori Anderson,
Lori.
14 days. Come on,
Welcome
girl.
to
You
the
keep coming
show.
back. Christine A,
Good job, girl.
20 days. Come on, Christine. You keep coming back, girl. Francis D. Delgado, 25 days. Come on, Francis.
Right on. Good job, Clean Timers. Woohoo! Clean behind those ears. Hey, if you want to be in Clean Time, email me, Jim at trash-podcast.com. Hit us up on those socials. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, carrier pigeon, whatever you got to do. Just don't forget to clean behind those ears and keep Coming back. Woohoo!
Sure.
Don't forget
Yeah.
to wash your teeth.
I do that too.
And brush your teeth.
I didn't start flossing my teeth until I was 29
Go to the
years
bathroom
old.
before you go to bed.
And whatever you do, wash your hands. For God's
Yeah.
sake.
Wash your head.
Yeah, I'd like to see our people up there. I'd like to acknowledge the people. Enough.
Yeah.
Ricky DeMarco
Thanks.
had 30 days. Mitch Callum had 60. LaRonda had 90. Corbin T. Johnson had 90. Bridget Shia had 6 months. Jason D, 6 months. And Michaela Booker, 9 months. Way to go, guys.
Yeah,
And then our,
you guys.
welcome our newcomers, the most important part of Clean Time. Robert, Stephen, Laurie, Christine, and Francis. Glad to have some newbies on the show. It's great. We just, that's what we do it for. Just stop doing fentanyl, stop dying. Let me see what I have left here. There's a camping trip. If you want to go, you probably don't. Let me see here what else we got going on. 911, obviously for emergencies. 988 for Narcan. If you need to find meetings, download the Meeting Finder app or the NA app. Not hard to do. We're all adults. We can figure stuff out.
Google it.
Yeah. Again, Will's aunt. We're with him on that. You know, it's always hard,
Thank you.
and we love you. And I think about you every time. Every time something's going on with one of us, I'm like emotionally invested.
Appreciate
That's
you
about
guys.
it. We appreciate you.
We love you.
I think we
Love you
do. We
too.
love you. And
Feel a
I
disturbance
think
in the
that's
horse.
about it. Let me see. There might be more. Oh, upcoming guests. Look how professional I am. Upcoming guests. I got to go to the schedule and look at this.
Isabella
Isabella.
on Sunday.
Isabel on Sunday. The following Sunday is Nick Angelo. May 4th, the following Sunday is Ryan Kay. That's Jimmy's boy. Mother's Day is Phyllis Klaber. Klaber.
What day is Mother's Day this year?
And
What is it?
the 18th, the following Sunday, Manny V's back on the pod. You know, so every Sunday we got guests. Billy. All right, I take that back. Billy B is on the 7th, and that's a Wednesday. But usually it's Sunday guest, Wednesday show. You know, and that's been working out pretty good because nobody wants to hear what we have to say nonstop. So we bring some people in. Comments aren't working. I just tried. I was when I looked up. I'm like, there's 0 comments. There's a bunch of people listening and watching, but it's StreamYard. It sucks. But anyway, what else do we do? I think that's just about it.
Just for today.
Just for today.
Just for the dizzle.
Mendizzle.
All right, real quick. Wayne Gretzky, that thing we saw in the beginning, that was a record-breaking goal. And then Alex Ovechkin last week surpassed that. Watch it real quick.
Trying to force it to him if he's open.
Here is Ovechkin. Shoots. He scores! He scores! Number 895!
There he is. There's Wayne.
Oh, look at him. Oh, and there's his wife, Janet.
Oh, yeah. Janet's beautiful. So that's the Wayne. That's Alex Ovechkin, 895. Good times all around. It was funny. That game was in on the island at Islanders. I thought it was a home game. Like the whole place erupted. Like I guess everybody's ready to see Ovechkin score. Nobody cares about the Islanders, which makes more sense.
Well, did you see Tim Gretzky was saying that when he got to that goal, how Gretzky's like his grandfather was actually Russian. He goes, "I'm glad that a Russian got that point."
Oh,
Got to that
really?
point. Yeah,
Interesting.
like that's much more of a classy guy. Gretzky.
Just,
is.
yeah, he is.
He'd be a
like,
great prime minister, actually.
He would. Oh my gosh. Does he have dual
Who thought of
citizenship?
that?
I think he's both.
Yeah, why not?
He's both.
I'll leave you with this.
Both
This
of
is probably the greatest goal of the 21st century, and it is Alex Ovechkin, and it is his rookie year. So here we go.
Here he comes. Ovechkin trying to drag it through him there. Oh! Scored!
Get the fuck out of here. Even when I see it now, I'm like,
You
what?
gotta be kidding me.
His tongue's hanging like that. One hand on his stick and he corrals it. Fires it into the open side. That is great stuff.
So that's Alex Ovechkin, and then there's the Galaxy. Yeah, so he's a different breed. So it's hockey playoff time. It's a great time of year. I don't really care too much about sports anymore because I'm an adult, and all the kids are, well, they're all half my age. They're all 18 years old. It makes me uncomfortable. But it's playoff hockey is a different thing. I can watch any game. So, anywho, let's do just for today. Oh my God! Hold on. And now I'll share my screen. Will, let's see if this works. I have to come back to StreamYard. I have to do this. Where the hell? Can you see that? I'll go full screen with it.
Yes. So
All
acting
right.
as if today, as we seek solutions, not problems. We try what we have learned on an experimental basis. Basic text, page 58. The first time we heard that we should act as if, many of us unclaimed, but that's not honest. I thought we were always supposed to be honest about our feelings in our Narcotics Anonymous. Perhaps we can reflect on when we first came into the program. We may not have believed in God, but we prayed anyway. Or maybe we weren't sure the program would work for us, but we kept coming to meetings regardless of what we thought. The same applies as we progress in recovery. We may be terrified of crowds, but if we act confidently and extend our hand, we'll not only feel better about ourselves, we'll find that we are no longer so frightened of large gatherings. Each action we take in this vein brings us closer to becoming the people we were meant to be. Each positive change we made builds. What?
I said I'm not sure about the wording there.
The change we made
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
builds our self-esteem. Through acting differently, we will realize that we are beginning to think differently. We are living ourselves into right thinking by acting as if. Just for today, I will take the opportunity to act as if I can accept a situation I used to run from.
There you have it. For me, what I hear in that is, I'm sorry. What I hear in that is fake it till you make it. That's probably not the message, but it is for me. I force myself into uncomfortable situations, and it's not that bad. So I sometimes I feel a part of a group, and I never felt that way before. I was always alone in a room full of people. So I guess that's about it. What a great team we have, just to do what we do, and we're so blessed to have the people that we have supporting us. We're humbled and we're grateful, and so that's just about it. That's our show, Talking the Trash. This is an appropriate song, isn't it?
Coming back now, y'all hear?
Coming back now, y'all heard? All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, everybody.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you too.
You guys are the best.
Family.
Bye now.
Thank you.